Understand that you have a creative challenge for me.
Yeah, it's something fun. It doesn't have, it's like not like a test or anything that you'd have to worry about getting right or wrong. It's just something fun and something I've done a few times before, not too many times before, but it's just interesting.
Cool.
So you have paper
I have paper.
and you have at least 10 pencil crayons or crayons of different
Yes,
colors.
I do.
Nice combination. Yes. Okay. All right. I'm going to name a number of items or a number. I'm just going to name some things where I just want you to pick up a pencil crayon and just write down as I dictate to you.
Oh.
And I don't want you to think too long. I just want you to go with whatever whatever you think of intuitively at the moment. So try not to think too long about it.
Okay.
So,
I'm just going to bend down the camera here so
okay.
everyone can have a look at my paper.
Okay.
Here we go. Here's the paper. Here are my pencils.
Perfect. Well, that's great. So I can see too.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So for the first one, I want you, and this is anywhere on the page. It doesn't have, it can be random. It can be in the line. It doesn't have to be any particular way of looking, but anywhere on the page. So I want you to write the number 4. Now the number 9. And next the number 2.
Oops, the pencil broke. Oh well.
Okay.
I'll be innovative.
You can do it. There you go.
There we go.
Where there's a will.
Yeah.
Now let's go to number 3. And then we'll go to number 8.
I'm having like technical issues with these pencil crayons. Maybe I did too good a job sharpening them because they're all breaking.
So we can see it's an 8. And now next number 1. And then we'll go to 6. And we'll do number 7. And then we'll end with number 5. So there we have all the numerals in different colors.
Yeah.
And it's just
see if we can check out the interesting scheme.
Yeah. So it's just kind of just interesting. There may be reasons, maybe reasons that maybe it's just random and there's no reasons, but why you pick certain colors for certain numbers. And it's just kind of something maybe you can think about later on if there is any meaning to it. And if there isn't any meaning, that's okay too. But it's just kind of, sometimes it's a subconscious thing that leads you to choose a certain color for a certain number. And again, it doesn't mean anything. But personally, for me, I have always applied when I was very young, I would applied colors to numbers. And again, it doesn't mean anything in particular, but if I hear a number, I always see it in a certain color. So.
I know, since you're a good friend, I know that color is your jam because you also see people's auras.
Yeah, I do. And it's not one of those things. Someone told me once, I was at a psychic fair once, and some very lovely lady said that she could see my aura. And I thought, well, that was interesting. And she was telling me colors and what the colors meant. And she said, but you can see auras too. And I said, well, no, I don't think I do. And she says, well, you do. And I didn't want to argue with her, but I didn't actually think that I saw something around people. But when it came to the the color things, the color palettes that we used to apply to people in seasonal colors for choosing your wardrobe and choosing your kind of jewelry in the 80s. Somebody randomly pointed out to me, oh, you know, you're seeing people's auras while you're choosing the colors. And I went, oh, really? Is that what that is? So maybe I do, but it's not something that I can like physically see, like glowing things around people's heads, but I just color vibrations. Every color has a vibration, and certain colors and certain vibrations suit, you know, people differently than other colors will, you know. So some people are good with warm colors and some people are good with cool colors.
For sure.
So, you know, I went through a few years there where I was just so excited about, you know, telling people what colors look good on them. I would just tell them and say, you know, that's not a good color for you. You should be wearing this. And then I thought, some people took it very well, and other people kind of looked at me like, oh, okay, yeah, thanks. And then I thought maybe I should just wait for people to ask me rather than, you know, force my opinion on them. So I backed down from it. But, you know, I still do that. I still, as soon as I see people and they're wearing the right colors, then it's pleasant for me. And if they're not wearing the right colors, I kind of think, you know, are you okay? You know, is there a reason that you're not wearing these clashing vibrations to your look, kind of thing? So
Oh, interesting.
yeah.
And I think because we don't spend a lot of time ruminating on these things, there's a lot of emotion attached to color, and color elicits emotions and even traumas. And we may not like a color because, as you say, we have a subconscious connection with a sad or a traumatic event or unpleasant. And the opposite is also true, that certain colors make us happy because they evoke a pleasant memory. And also it's a huge cultural thing, just the shift from Western to Eastern culture in terms of what is considered a good color and what is a evil or bad color.
Sure.
That's like completely opposite, right? In some cases,
Yeah.
especially with red and white, and it's fascinating.
Yeah, you know, just something simple like a black cat.
Yes.
Apparently they don't get adopted as often
Yeah.
because of the connotation of that they're evil. So poor cats.
And red
Yeah.
cars get stopped more frequently.
Yes, my friend calls it. I said, "What kind of car did you get?" She says, "Oh, I got a Honda Fit. It's red." Oh no, she said, "It's Hello, Mr. Police Officer Red." So yeah, red is a thing.
Yeah. Well, I was intrigued because when you said 7, I deliberately said to myself, money. Now, I don't know why I made it green. And for the life of me, I don't understand why I make that connection between 7 and money. I don't know why it is, but it's firm because my mind totally went there. Like I said,
Yeah.
where's the green? Because it needs to be green because it's money.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so bizarre.
Yeah. Very interesting, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. It's and you never know. Maybe it's something that will, you know, click with you tomorrow or a month from now or something, and it might actually be an actual connection that you're not remembering right now. It's just I just find it interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my 8 is a celestial blue.
Nice.
So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because of course the 8 horizontally is the
Sign for
infinity
infinity.
sign.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And what else that I found? And the 5 was purple.
Oh,
That's interesting.
yeah.
Yeah. So
It's just kind of fun.
yeah, it is fun because you wonder, well, what's the connection there? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like dreams. I think it's individual. You
Yes.
know.
And
Yeah,
it can
your reason
change.
for your reason for choosing a green 7 and maybe someone else choosing a green 7 might be completely different. It just applies to you, right? So
Exactly. And it can change from day to day according to your mood as well.
Could be, yeah. I could think that's, yeah, absolutely possible.
Mhm.
For me, it hasn't since I was a child, but
Oh, really? So you are,
yeah,
if I did this exercise on you, it would be the same? You,
I would have the same colors that I've always
that
had.
you've always had?
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
interesting.
And the fun thing is too, I have the same thing with letters. Letters have colors too.
Hmm.
Like the letters in the alphabet, they all have colors as well. Of course, they will repeat more, and it's same basic colors. But yeah, as a child, we had teams. We had sports teams, and there were four houses. It was house one, two, and three and four. And it used to bother me because house two was a color that was not what my two was, and it used to really bother me when I was little. I remember in elementary school.
It would just
So
grate on you. It
it
was like
wasn't
nails on a
yeah,
blackboard.
two and three were the wrong colors. Yeah,
Yeah.
they weren't the right colors at all. One and four were, but two and three were not the right colors. And it used to really bother me. I remember that. Yeah.
So, what are your happy colors?
Happy colors. Mostly purple is something that I use a lot. So that's if you're going into chakras at all, it's a pretty high color.
Hmm.
And greens and blues, and sometimes mixed, like turquoise. So those are my. If I see like a beautiful, cool turquoise with a purple, those two together, it's just those are my happy colors. That's if I wear them together, then I feel good all day. The vibrations from those colors. If I wear them, I feel great all day. So yeah, yeah. So those are my go-to colors.
Mm.
So yeah. And it's kind of interesting when I see, like sometimes when I was mentioning about people who I don't think are wearing the right colors. So I think maybe they're not centered or they're not feeling well in something. And I used to remember my mom wearing all these colors that weren't her colors. But she had Crohn's disease for many years
Mm.
and suffered from depression as well. So if I look back, I'm thinking, well, is there a correlation between not wearing the colors that are the best vibrations from you and how you're feeling inside? Like, is that an indication of how you're feeling? Like, I just wearing the wrong colors because it doesn't matter and the vibrations are wrong, or is it a reflection from your health, your physical health? Is that sort of manifesting in this not getting the right colors and like the right vibrations coming from you, sort of thing? I don't know if there's a connection there, but
I'm sure there is,
it's
because
interesting.
it's sort of when you dress yourself, uh, you are it has intention. You pick your clothes every day,
Yeah,
and I do think what you wear to some degree, at least. I mean, obviously, if you're in a work situation, you have to wear certain clothes. That's totally different. But generally speaking, the colors, the outfit you choose, the colors you choose, I do think reflect what's going on inside.
yeah,
And
yeah.
equally so,
I mean,
it
you have like
could maybe reflect where you want to be. In the future.
true.
For
Yeah,
for example, I actually wrote a post about this last year because for me it was like a completely unusual event. I bought a pair of capris last year that were white with blue polka dots, and it
okay.
was totally not. I'm a block color person. I love color. I love mixing and matching color, but I'm not a pattern person. Uh,
Mm,
because my practical side would say it's too complicated to match. I would prefer to have more versatility, mix and matching pieces than having something that would make it complicated and patterns
yeah.
complicated. And polka dots also are very frivolous, but it's where I wanted to go with play. Like, it's fun, it's crazy. I don't care what people say if they think, why are you at your age wearing polka dots? Um, and so it's where I wanted to be. you know. So I
Yes.
think you can use color as your opening to where you want to go.
Sure. Yeah, like if you're going, say, to a job interview, you
Hmm.
know, you have your power outfit or your power suit. I've got a particular piece of jewelry that I wear that if I'm going for an interview or if I'm going into a situation where I'm not sure what the playing field's like, it's new to me or something. So for me, it's kind of like this is me, this is my strength. So, you know, I'll be fine here, kind of thing. So
Hmm.
yeah, and color has everything to do with it as well in that
Absolutely.
situation.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
me,
because
it's red. Red gives me power
yeah,
and confidence.
yeah, and it's energy too. I mean, the
Yes,
vibrations. There's a reason that siren lights and stop signs and the traffic light that's red, it has a lot of vibration.
hmm,
And so, and they've done this with fast food restaurants too. Like a lot of the colors in there, like McDonald's, yellows, reds, oranges, they all have like a higher vibration. So they want you like to go in, get your food and get out. So there's more people that can come in, right? So it's just like get your
that's right.
food, get out. Yeah, they
They're
don't
they're
want you to
not
stay.
serene colors that
No, they don't. They
where you
don't want you to
want to
stay.
stay, like the greens and the sages and the
Hmm.
purples, where are more calming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, I think color does play a big role in how people feel and perception and all those things. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Well, thank you for this. It's so
yeah,
awesome.
it was fun.
Lots of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, happy to come back and do something like this again for anybody, and
absolutely.
it's always interesting.
It is. Well, thank you again.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
Thank you for having me.